Boogers, how you doing? Let's do the pickacard, and today is going to be how do they feel versus how do they act. That could be two different things. It goes without saying that could be extremely triggering, so stay cool. Don't be, triggered. I always say that is only tarot and just tarot, so just, stay cool. Okay, so we have two piles and we develop, and then we have a major arcana. Okay, so let's have a look. 1, 2, 1, 2. Pile number 1, how do they feel versus how do they act? 6 of Pentacle, 5 of Pentacle, the Sun. Wow, okay, interesting. So they feel very much left in the cold. They have that knowing that you are meant to be together. They may have been acting completely cold, like they're focusing on their work, they're focusing on someone else, maybe doing the normal things, doing the routine, but you are in the back of their head. So regardless how they're acting, maybe cold, distant, completely indifferent, do not be fooled. They know you're here, you're right here, and they very much know that you're meant to be together. They might find themselves in a kind of crossroad. Number 5 is a crossroad. What do I need to do? What should I be doing? Okay, but I'm acting like I don't see you, completely, indifferent to you. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled, because they want actually to say to you how much they feel for you equally. The way you love me, how much you love me, is exactly how I love you and how I feel for you. Okay, so it's about also clarifying about themselves. I don't know if you can see the scales here. They're trying to clarify their position, how they feel, to be really acknowledging within themselves. I appreciate now how much I love you. Maybe I didn't give you equally in the past. It's very possible. However, now I want to give you equally. Because how they feel is, my goodness, they feel at home with you. The Sun is the best card of the whole deck. Is a lot of warmth with you. They can be silly, they can be real, they can be serious at times, they can be silent. And the silence between you two, even if you do not communicate, is not awkward, because you understand. I feel you. I know why you don't contact me. I know why you don't talk to me. I know, right? Fascinating, right? So let's have more information, but it's pretty damn clear already, right? Yeah, the intention is to move fast. Maybe as well in the past, they were trying to move fast, but for different reasons. But now they have that sword, the clarity. Okay, now they're building that clarity more and more, right? Sorry. But in the meantime, you may have been like very protective of your heart. You were clear maybe at the beginning, and they didn't respond, therefore you cut it off. So maybe they're trying as a response to you as well to really be cold, but they cannot any longer. They were cold, don't get me wrong, because the way they were acting was very, I'm not looking at you, very indifferent. So you cut them off, like you play that game. You just assume that I don't see you in the game. Well, I cut you off, man or woman. Doesn't matter, right? Indeed. More information. Yeah, they've been resisting. The chemistry between you two is quite intense. When you have the Sun, oh my goodness, you feel each other very strongly, very much. So that's explain why they also want to move towards you very quickly. But they're trying to resist that instinct to come towards you, because they don't want it to be just physical, because it's so much more. Absolutely. When you have the 6 of Pentacles, it's true love. Number 6 is Pentacle as well, is longevity in that context. Okay, so it's quite straightforward here. I don't think I need to develop any longer. I'm going to take a major arcana, of course, but how they feel is a lot, very much. But they're acting first very indifferent, trying to protect themselves, trying to resist you, but for how long? Not very long, because they want to act on it. Okay, so let's have a major arcana. Wow, the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, we see this one a lot at the moment, a lot, and something is cooking. A lot of things are happening. We had a huge harvesting full moon yesterday, Saturday, so you can imagine a lot of things are in movement, and I can see with my client, it's enormous, and things that happen that just blew your mind, because I cannot believe it happened after so long, and boom, it happened. Beautiful. So, part number 2, how do they feel versus how do they act? 5 of Swords, Ace of Wands, the Star. Wow, look at that. So how they act is really that they think that you are out of, or maybe it could be reversed actually, let me see, because they act like you are out of the league. So maybe, they're just like, wow, they're mesmerized. Of course they're mesmerized because you're the star. So you represent everything that they could ever wish. You tick all the boxes. So they're very impressed by you, a bit too impressed by you maybe, and they may be acting like they don't dare talking to you. On the other hand, how they feel, they want to move forward and they're very, very attracted to you. On the opposite, it could be that they act like, you're just a piece of meat, something like that, to put it brutally honest. But deep inside, they feel very intimidated by you. So I don't know which way we're going, but you see the picture here more or less. But we have 2 ways of seeing it, okay? So we're going to need to find out more with more card. By the end of the day, you both love each other. You feel very much for each other. You just need to balance it out. There's a lot of emotion. You just think that, oh my God, this person is perfect for me. Just perfection, absolute perfection. So let's see which way it goes, right? Yeah, for me, they may have been concentrating on the career, on the money. King of Pentacles, male, female, doesn't matter, you know that. But they're very settled. Normally, they will be with one person only. Maybe you're a bit of a temptation. They look at you as like, woof, you know what I mean? So maybe they're kind of acting like they're very professional. Maybe you're working with them and they don't want to show anything. They just kind of like, let's keep it professional because, it's very important. Career is very important. But they feel a lot and they want to treat you with respect as well, right? So for me, even though they're tempted by you physically, they find you very attractive or very handsome, they're trying to keep a certain, perspective on the situation. Yeah, I think you very much know that whole story. You read them very much and they feel exposed with you because you see through them. You see through the appearance of, for example, being very professional, very connected to the money, but at the end of the day, you see, also you feel the attraction here is massive. And also, how could you not see that? Okay, you really tick all the boxes for each other, but let's have more information here, right? So yeah, I think they can be a bit defensive. I do believe that they're very much intimidated by you. So that goes very well with, again, more sword, as you can see. They're checking you out, like discreetly, maybe if they're at work, or even if you're on social media or anything you do, or even watch your pictures or reread your text. They're checking you out, but at the same time, they may have been a bit hurtful with their wording or very cutting, very defensive, because they took everything you were saying very, very seriously when maybe you were just, joking or kidding, and they took it really harshly, and because they feel the need to protect themselves because they feel out of their depth, right? Okay, so more information, let's see. They can also feel that you're covering your heart, but also they're covering their heart. You both kind of like, either you're covering with the cups or you're covering with the sword, but it's an idea like, I have to be careful, I don't dare telling you how much I feel because you're so perfect for me, right? It's very cute altogether. But there is a communication coming in, okay? So either way, whether they're acting like they don't care, and yes, there is a lot of chemistry between you two, do they act, as they want a piece of you, but at the same time, they feel like very intimidated by you, or they don't dare tell you anything because they think that you're out of the league. Either way, we have something very beautiful here, right? So I think it's pretty straightforward, but the communication to be expected at the end of the day. So, excuse me, George is here, obviously. My voice was so deep anyway to start with. So we have the Empress, absolutely. This one is coming out quite a lot. Male, female, doesn't matter. It's an idea of you waiting without waiting. You are the harbor, as I like to call it, and you wait for the boat to come in. You're not gonna, move as an harbor toward the boat. The boat has to come to you. It's not ego-based. It's just like you wait for that person to find themselves. You allow them the time and space to find themselves, and I think that shows a lot of respect. Actually, it's not because you're indifferent. Far from it. At the end of the day, there is going to be a communication, and we know when the time is right. Okay, so there's nothing to be concerned about. You don't put any pressure. Plus, I think as well, we have this idea of knowing with the High Priestess. Where is it? He's here. And those two, I mean, they seem to come together quite a lot at the moment. There's that knowing. I know we belong to each other, so I don't feel the need to rush you in any ways. Why should I? I know we're going to be together, so what the point? Whenever you're ready. Well, we might not spend Christmas over this neither. Let's be honest, but let's go. let's go. But you know what I mean. There's no need to pressurize each other because you know, and if you have the star, you very much recognize each other anyways, okay? So on this note, have a beautiful day and I see you tomorrow. Ciao.